Guess what? Creatine isn't just for gym bros. It's cellular rocket fuel. If ATP is the battery that powers your muscles and brain, creatine is the portable charger that keeps the lights on when you ask your body to do something intense. Today, I'm answering a simple question the food first crowd keeps asking me. Can we eat our way to meaningful creatine levels, or do we need that scoop? I'll show you the top foods, realistic amounts, and where supplements still shine for men and women. First, a quick why. Creatine helps you rapidly recycle ATP, the energy your cells burn during hard efforts. That translates to more power, better performance, improved training volume, and faster recovery. There's also promising data for brain health and healthy aging. That's not hype. That's what decades of research and sports nutrition position statements have concluded. Now, the how much. A typical body uses around 2 to 3 grams of creatine per day to keep muscle stores topped off. Omnivores usually get roughly half, or about 1 gram through food, and synthesize the rest. Vegans get almost none from diet, which is one reason they often have lower baseline creatine stores. Quick note for my carnivore crew. If you're eating roughly 1 to 2 pounds of meat or fish a day, that's about 1.5 to 4.5 grams of creatine before cooking, since meat and fish average 3 to 5 grams per kilogram raw. After cooking losses, you'll typically net closer to 1 to 2 grams, often enough to cover daily turnover, but still shy of classic 3 to 5 gram supplement doses for full saturation. So food helps, but it rarely delivers the full daily need on its own. Supplements work because they're efficient. The classic approach is a loading phase, about 20 grams a day for 5 to 7 days, followed by 3 to 5 grams a day for maintenance. Or you can skip the loading and just take 3 to 5 grams daily. You'll reach the same saturation, just more slowly. And since I'm a doctor, I tend to lean towards more gradual, cautious approaches. Getting 3 to 5 grams from food alone would usually require 1 to 2 pounds of raw meat or fish every day before cooking losses. I love food first, but that may not be realistic for many unless they're on a raw food diet. With that framing, here are the 7 best creatine-rich foods, plus how to use them without torching the creatine in the pan. Number 1 is herring, the heavyweight champ. Depending on species, raw herring carries roughly 6.5 to 10 grams of creatine per kilogram. That's about 0.65 to 1 gram per 100 grams raw. Translation, a modest 4-ounce serving can net about a half gram before cooking. If you enjoy pickled or gently poached herring, this is creatine done the old world way. Number 2 is pork, especially lean loin and chops. Pork often clocks in around 5 grams per kilogram, roughly half a gram per 100 grams raw. It's economical, widely available, and easy to prep. Keep the cooking time reasonable. The longer and hotter you go, the more creatine converts to creatinine. Number 3 is beef. Most common cuts land around 4.5 grams per kilogram, about 0.5 grams per 100 grams raw. Here's a helpful anchor. One classic human study estimated that a single 5-gram creatine dose is equivalent to the creatine in about 1.5 kilograms, and that's about 2.4 pounds of uncooked steak. So yes, steak contributes, but it's tough to eat enough of your steak to match the supplement every day without a linebacker appetite. Number 4 is salmon. Salmon generally provides around 4 to 4.5 grams per kilogram, about 0.4 to 0.45 grams per 100 grams raw, plus omega-3 fats for inflammation control and brain health. This is a great 2-for-1 metabolic health plan. Steam, sous vide, or pan sear to medium to preserve more creatine. Number 5 is tuna. Species vary, but typical values land between roughly 2.7 and 6.5 grams per kilogram. Seared or canned in water are both practical. Again, brief cooking is your friend. Number 6 is cod, lean and versatile. Cod usually falls near 3 to 4.4 grams per kilogram. It's a great way to rotate in a white fish while maintaining some creatine in the diet. Avoid prolonged high heat baking or frying for minimal losses. Number 7 is chicken. Poultry isn't the top of the charts, but analysis of raw chicken muscle report creatine concentrations in the neighborhood of approximately 30 millimoles per kilogram, which converts to roughly 3 to 4 grams per kilogram, about 0.3 to 0.4 grams per 100 grams raw. That's a solid baseline for people who eat chicken frequently. Let's put that into a food first day that's actually doable. Imagine lunch is 6 ounces of salmon and dinner is 6 ounces of sirloin. Raw, those two portions together might contain around 1 to 1.5 grams of creatine before cooking. Add a 4-ounce serving of herring somewhere in the week and you're often averaging close to 2 grams per day across days. That's pretty good maintenance if you're omnivorous and consistent, but still shy of the quick saturation a 3 to 5 gram supplement provides. A quick word on cooking. Creatine is heat sensitive. As you cook meat, some creatine converts to creatinine, which doesn't serve the same energy recycling role, and fun fact, can transiently raise your serum creatine on labs after a meat meal. That's why I prefer fasting labs when evaluating kidney function in heavy meat eaters. Keep your cook times reasonable. Use moist heat when it fits the dish, and don't incinerate your protein. So can a plate replace a scoop? If your goal is general health and you generally eat fish and red meat, food can maintain respectable creatine intake for many people. If your goal is to quickly saturate muscle for performance, rehab, or you're older, plant-based, or under-eating protein, 3 to 5 grams per day of creatine monohydrate is simply more reliable and far easier. That's why in sports nutrition consensus papers, creatine monohydrate is still the workhorse. Effective, affordable, and well-studied. So is this only for men? Not at all. Women respond to creatine too. A comprehensive women's health review highlights benefits for strength and performance, and points to potential support across the female lifespan, across menses, pregnancy, and postpartum, and peri to postmenopause, when used with clinical guidance. For my female viewers who lift, sprint, or simply want better training quality, creatine belongs in the conversation alongside protein and sleep. So here are some safety pearls as your metabolic health doc. Creatine monohydrate in 3 to 5 grams range is generally well tolerated in healthy people. Hydration matters. Creatine pulls water into muscle. If you have known kidney disease, talk to your clinician first. And if you're chasing purity, choose products third tested for contaminants. Now, how to make a food first plan that actually sticks. If you're a seafood-like carnivore, start by eating salmon once or twice a week and experiment with herring. Pickled counts. Rotate beef and pork through the week and keep at least some portions gently cooked. If you're aiming for athletic performance or you're in a season where protein is low, like travel, dental work, appetite issues, layer 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate daily for 6 to 8 weeks while you get your routine back. That's the practical middle path. Food for the foundation, supplements for the boost. 2 final lab notes for my colleagues and the data-driven patients following along. Number 1, don't panic if creatinine bumps after a steak dinner. That's biochemistry, not necessarily kidney decline. Fast for labs and recheck if needed. Number 2, remember that the 5 grams equals 1.5 kilograms of steak rule of thumb explains why some patients won't hit performance targets with food alone, even with heroic grocery lists. So here's the bottom line. Your body recognizes creatine from food just fine, and from monohydrate powder just fine. Food gives you a steady trickle plus other nutrients. The scoop gives you a predictable, saturating dose. Think of food as the farm, supplements as the farmer's market. Both get you fed, but one gets you there in a single trip. If you love fish and ruminants, you can cover a lot of ground from the skillet. If you want the full clinical effect, more reps, better sprints, stronger aging, 3 to 5 grams a day is earned science. Either way, you're investing in the same cellular engine. So if this video has helped you, drop where you're watching from in the comments and tell me your favorite way to get creatine on a plate. Team herring or team steak? Thank you for coming to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.